Hi, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Alexandra Luck. I am the 8th grade science teacher for Team S, and I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to have you here learning about what we do in 8th grade science on Team S. So a little bit about me. I went to the University of Michigan for grad school, University of Massachusetts Amherst for undergrad. At Michigan, I got my master's in public health and my master's in social work. I worked at a lot of nonprofits and youth programs after grad school, and then I decided that teaching was really where all my passions fit together. Not only am I certified to teach middle school in math and science, I'm also certified to teach high school in biology and chemistry. I am also a certified trainer in lifeguarding, CPR, first aid, AED, and wilderness survival. So pretty much anything math, science, health, I am into it and I am excited about teaching it. And you can also notice that this is a picture from this summer of me, my husband, and my dog at our very intimate COVID wedding this summer. Okay, so a few things about what your students need to bring to school just to prepare them, set them up for success. They definitely need a 4-function calculator. That is one that does addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And they need it every day, every time they do science. I really want to get them in the habit of using a calculator and not an iPad, because they will not be able to use iPads on many assessments. Loose leaf paper for my class. Binder is definitely most important. Headphones, water bottle, and most importantly, an iPad charger. Especially because we are so much Zoom, people are really losing power a lot. And some of these iPads are 3 years old. So that's really, really important to bring that. Okay, so let's see. What will we be learning about? We will be focusing on earth and physical sciences, right? The curriculum has been condensed a bit because of the pandemic, but we are still going to get through as much as we can, and earth science and physics is going to be our main focus. Here you can see listed some of the other more specific things we're going to be learning about, but if you would like a full list of standards that we're going to cover this year, please let me know and I can get that to you. Okay, grading. So grading is going to be a little bit more flexible this year because we are in a pandemic. However, generally speaking, this is going to be how it works. 70% is going to be based on assessments. That's tests, quizzes, projects. We are going to do projects as much as we can this year because it is easier to do them from home. And we are going to do a lot more weekly quizzes and tests as opposed to doing large formative assessments. This is mostly just to make sure that as we go along in the curriculum, everyone is following along with us and we are on the same page and people are meeting those standards. 30% is going to be homework and participation, classwork, basically whether or not students are doing the tasks that they need to do, that they're being asked to do. Now, along with that, I do, of course, want to say that communicate with me as early as possible. If anything comes up, there is a lot going on for a lot of people, and I am absolutely willing to work with people. And so just let me know and we can rearrange things and that will not be a problem. All right, so what does hybrid look like for Mrs. Luck's class? My motto is striving to make each lesson better than the last. No one has really nailed hybrid yet. And so I believe that there are a lot of challenges, but there's a lot of opportunities to really do something unique and better than we have in the past. So for an overview for science, there's going to be 3 different modes. A lot of the times we are going to be doing live and remote. And so the students in the class are going to be doing an activity, hands-on, lab-based, exploration-based, things where they really need all the materials and tools and hands-on guidance from a teacher. While when they're remote, they're going to be doing more self-sufficient reading textbooks, taking notes, working on worksheets that they should be able to do by themselves, going through online simulations, and things like that. And then sometimes we'll be working together. So we'll be reviewing for a quiz together, reviewing for a test, going over a worksheet, maybe a demo that I demonstrate to both groups at the same time, something like that. The thing that's the most important to know is that if they miss live class, they need to make it up. Most of the time they need to make it up in live 8th period or a flex period because it is very hands-on. If at all possible, there will be materials online that they can follow along with, but you have to, the student has to communicate with me and figure out how to make that up the best they can. All right, so just a quick, few screenshots of what the students are looking at. So the students will, first step is to find the materials for remote and live. And I try to be very organized in the classwork section of Google Drive. In Google Classrooms, everything is listed by date, by the week in which the assignment is falling or the activity is falling. And it says whether or not it is room as in the classroom or Zoom as in home and remote. So this is just another screenshot. So you can see that it clearly in each assignment says what the date range is. If it's remote, then there'll be an agenda and then there will be attachments. And again, then there'll be another assignment. So each week on Monday, I will post the homework for the entire week. And the homework will be due either on Wednesday or on Sunday to kind of give everyone a chance to do the homework. All right. So in this crazy pandemic world, how can parents and guardians support their students in science? The first thing is to make sure they have everything they need with them every day. Calculator, the right binder, so make sure they know what classes they have that day so that they can bring the right binder for that class. And also helping them keep track of assignments. I think that is going to be one of the biggest challenges with everything being on paper and online. It becomes a lot of things to manage. Specifically during remote days, the biggest thing that we can do is helping them stay on task and minimizing distractions. I know that's a big ask for a lot of people, but anything you can do to help them focus, to keep encouraging them to stay on task and to stick with the teacher. I know that remote days is a lot of sitting in front of a computer, but encouraging them to, take a quick break when they do have a Zoom break, really take advantage, walk around, go outside, get off of the screen, and then come back and just really try to build up that attention span. Also completing assignments for understanding. not just getting through it as fast as you can, just making sure that you're really understanding it, because a lot of the times, if they're remote, I can't be in the room with your student to see their body language about if they understand it or not. And then the last thing, of course, is to just self-advocate if they're confused. A lot of students are doing a really great job at this, and just to continue having them be the ones to bring to a teacher's attention or my attention that something doesn't make sense or a link isn't working or something like that. The more we can work together, the better. Okay, extra help. So pandemic makes everything more difficult. So mostly I'll be using Zoom. So if you need extra help for your child, definitely email me and we can schedule a Zoom setup. Until we get a better system, there is 8th period is a perfect time to ask for extra help. And then also what I'm doing is I'm building in extra review time because there isn't that ease of access. So I'm building that into the actual curriculum. I just want to review safety procedures because it is so important to me. And luckily in science, we have a leg up because safety is always a concern in a science lab. So we have a lot of the protocols that I'm very strong on. The desks are sprayed with disinfectant in between every class. Every student grabs a paper towel on their way in, wipes everything down. All of the lab equipment is washed twice in between students using it. It sits for a period of time to allow for disinfectant. And I think, safety is already a topic, a strong topic in science. So it works well to just build in COVID safety into being part of lab safety. But if there's ever any concerns or questions you have, please don't hesitate to email me so I can address them as soon as possible. Okay, a final thought. On purpose, we are starting slower from a homework perspective. I have not been giving very long or challenging or complicated homework assignments. The remote work has been building up slowly to try to get these systems in place. But just know that the homework will be increasing. And so if I'm telling students, don't get too used to finishing homework in class and having a homework-free night, but also let me know if at any point in time it seems like it's a little too much. It's hard for me to tell because I'm not in the homes with you guys. And then of course, just for the whole year, time management and staying organized is just more important than ever for everyone. And if students need any help staying organized, please let me know. I love being organized and I would love to help students extra if they feel like they need that. Finally, I want to end with a quote that I really like for this year. And it's that my hope is that our new normal today exposes what was wrong with our old normal yesterday and sets us up for a better tomorrow. And I really feel that every day there is a new normal, and every next tomorrow is going to be a new version of that normal. And there are a lot of challenges that come with that, but I think there are also a lot of opportunities to kind of do learning and education in a new way. And in some ways it might be better than we ever did it before. And so